We are the wanderers of changing worlds. In 2 teams, with one starting in Norway and the other one in Portugal, we walked through 16 European countries. Why? To ask people along the way how they perceive climate change. Has their environment changed in recent years? And how has this impacted their lives and their communities?
It took our team quite long to cross Norway from north to south. So we had made a decision before. In Trondheim, we first met some local climate activists, and then the previous wanderer, Julian, handed over to us, and we will continue now a bit differently. Good morning.
Hi.
We are now in Trondheim and our bikes are packed, and we're gonna start today continuing the walk as a climate cycle.
Yes. So we are in Norway like over 2 months now, and we thought it would be nice to accelerate things a little bit due to like worsening weather conditions also, and things, getting colder day by day.
Winter's coming.
Yes,
you know?
exactly.
So yeah, and we're gonna take you on that journey.
Yes, and we will visit some national parks along the way. I cycle a lot on streets, of course. That's what we have to do with the bicycle. But yeah, we also have some appointments, interview appointments. We're going to meet some people from different cities. Yesterday we were in Trondheim. We are still in Trondheim, as you can see. And yes, we are looking forward to it.
Our task, or rather the goal on our journey, is to talk with people along our way and ask them where they notice climate change and how it affects their everyday life. So we do some interviews, we talk to people we meet on the side of the road, people at whose places we stay at, and so on, just to hear what they can tell us.
Tusen takk for å gjøre intervju med meg. Kanskje det første spørsmål, hvilke assosiasjoner, hvilke bilder har du i hodet hvis du tenker på klimaendringer? Hva er den første at du tenker på?
So, we have some advantages of this climate change, of course, like longer growing season. We really like that. But we have some disadvantages, and much of that is related to the winter time, because there will be more like ice, because now normally we have snow cover, which is not a big problem for the plants. Ice is a problem because the plants will die under the ice normally.
Does it appear often in the media?
Yeah. It's a lot of media attention.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
About like climate change in general or in Norway?
I think it's more in general. Yeah. We don't really often hear about the local cases.
Mm-hmm.
It's more about the international cases.
Yes.
Maybe because we don't get too much of the extremes here in Norway. We obviously see the glaciers melting. And we see the statistics, it's getting warmer. But like in real life, we don't notice too much.
Und dann ging es recht schnell an eigentlich, wo wir dann länger geredet haben, quasi eher um die Wahrnehmung über diese doch extreme Ereignisse eigentlich, wo sie dann gemeint hat, dass die Leute sich dann eher darüber freuen, auch über den milden Winter.
Oder dass die Leute vor dem Hintergrund, dass es woanders so schlimm ist, sagen, sie müssten sich da jetzt drüber freuen, weil es bei ihnen ja eh noch nicht so schlimm ist.
I am doing what I'm doing because I feel that this country has a much higher moral responsibility than any other than I can think of. And it's like, it's, in my eyes, a complete culture change is needed, and it needs to happen here. I don't think we can wait. This is where it needs to start, because we're so privileged, so rich, and it's because of fossil fuels. And where else if not here?
Hi, I'm Florian. I've joined the climate cycle yesterday actually, and actually since then it never really stopped raining. Or did it? I don't know. It seems like it rains the whole time.
Wie ist die Stimmung, Flo?
Ja, mit der Katze funktioniert es wieder.
From the North Cape to Europe's far west, I'm trying to freeze here, not to death. When you're cycling in the winter time, you need a lot of stuff. 2 pair of socks, 2 pair of pants, 2 pair of gloves. Yeah, I'm cycling through a freezing world. I'm cycling through a freezing world. It's raining, man! Hallelujah!
First night, we didn't freeze to death. Yeah.
There are quite some tough days now, when it's raining a lot and it's cold and all the clothes are wet already and the entire body hurts. But that we have each other actually makes everything better. We support one another and we still have fun together, and that helps so much. And earlier or later, the sun will come back. Highest point on the road. Not going downhill. It's going downhill from now on.
Yeah, for today, we just had a small cycle actually, and we had a hike to a very nice viewpoint. And so now we have a very nice camp for tonight. So see you the next days.
It's actually not just the cycling that makes the days on the road so special, but also all the routines that come along with it. To save money and also be flexible, we camp most of the time. So that means every evening we need to search for a good place to stay and we need to get water. We have to pitch the tents and cook food on our camping stoves. And we also need to write a protocol of the day for our project and plan the route for the next day. And then in the morning, making breakfast and cleaning and packing everything back on the bikes, that also takes quite some time until we can actually leave. Our days are quite long and exhausting because we're visiting different institutions and other relevant places, and we always have to write down what we notice and also share something of the project on social media. And then we need to do the interviews and actually talk to the people we meet. But at the same time, we still have to cycle. On average, I think 70 kilometers every day, sometimes more, sometimes less, sometimes with quite some mountains in between. And then when you're so exhausted, you don't always feel like talking to strangers, so that's a tough balance to keep.
Climate cycle is exhausting. I feel very overheated, so is the world. 12%.
The long and winding road.
Yeah, I mean, in Oslo, Oslo is a very good place for cross-country skiing.
Yeah.
So, and their climate change is very visible, or it's maybe not visible as such from one year to another, but if you have been in Oslo skiing for a few decades, like I have, then you see it. And when you ask about how people perceive climate change, that's, for many Norwegians, at least in the Oslo area, it's about skiing conditions.
I try not to focus too much on the big things, because if I were to do that, then it would be a big problem for me if I actually realize So even though I know it, I try not to worry too much about it. I'm trying to distance myself from it emotionally, because I can do my small part, and that's all I can do. Everything else that's not in my control, then it just have to be as it is. That's the reality of it, even though it's not ideal.
We have to elect the right politicians, I think. It's about politics. Of course, each and one of us has a responsibility, but that's not going to change much.
"97 travel days in Norway. And we finally get to cross the border to Sweden and move on to the next country. Sweden won't take us as long as Norway because we're cycling all the way to Malmö. But that way we also have time to visit, as a first thing, the archipelago of the national park Kosterhavet.
We have about 20 species in Kosterhavet, and we have 3 or 4 in the aquarium. This is spiny starfish, which you find a few meters down, and here's the common starfish that has lost one arm.
Oh yes.
And it's going out again.
Yeah, that's so wonderful.
Maybe there been a crab there, try to, so they can just release it to get to escape from it.
Reflexionsprotokoll, 24. September, kurz vor Kungsbacka, Tag 101. Wir sind gefahren mit dem Zug von Uddevalla nach Göteborg und waren dann auf der Buchmesse. Und darüber können wir jetzt kurz erzählen. Martin erzählt euch dazu jetzt was.
Yes. War grundsätzlich cool. Also hat eine ganze Bühne gegeben zum
Thema
Klimaszenen, zum Thema Klimawandel, Climate Justice.
Genau, dann ging es Rolle, die Schweden gerne einnimmt.
Genau. Da hat die Greta Thunberg gemeint, Schweden gibt sie immer gern dieses grüne Image, macht aber eigentlich de facto fast nichts. Und vor allem in den Bereichen, wo halt Schweden sehr viel negative Sachen macht, wieder im Forstsektor. Das spricht gar niemand. Und es war viel Zustimmung da im Audience. Ich habe das Gefühl, es ist viel mehr quasi so ein bisschen eine revolutionäre Stimmung aufgekommen. Weil halt vielleicht auch auf Schwedisch und weil es halt konkret um Schweden gegangen ist und viele Leute so, genau, voll, das gehört gesagt, so in die Richtung.
All of our cycling now took less than 3 weeks, but it feels like a long time. It was with quite some challenges. Flat tires, missing screws, cold winter weather, having wet feet from the rain, an injury developing. But we also had a lot of luck. We had a lot of sun and t-shirt days as well, stunning landscapes, very nice people that we met, great camping spots, and good times as a group. Really good conversations, good teamwork, good laughs, and also our moments alone if we wanted to be on our own with our bike.
We managed it. We did it.
17 days, about 1,100 kilometers from Trondheim to Malmö. The last few days were especially tough, but now we made it. There's only one more workshop in Malmö, and then the climate walk continues in Denmark. But that's a different story, and one without the bikes.
Die Hallo, Martin hier. 14. September 2022.
Yeah, so what's the question really?
Aufnahme 55. Auf Olaf.
Nee, was ist heute für ein Tag?
The most important one, I don't know, what do you think? Am I allowed to ask questions?
Yes, of course.
Cut.
Fällt wird nichts mehr ein.
War den Anti-Climate Walk Subchannel irgendwo.
Ja, gegen das eigene Projekt.
Ja.
Du nimmst die ganze Zeit auf, oder?
Ja, so gerade.
Super kritisch. Super kritisch. Climate Walk. Wahnsinn, das Projekt.